afternoon. How are we all doing today? Getting everything set. Hope we're all doing well. Yet another sunny day, which is awesome. Really, really pleased, nice and sunny again. So let's see who logs on. We'll get going. Get going about 5 past probably. Let everyone log in first of all, and then we can get going. So hopefully people will be logging on. Otherwise, I know lots and lots and lots of you, hundreds, are watching it afterwards, which is amazing. So that's what we like to hear, definitely. So today you need 2 weights. Okay, so you need 2 weights. They don't need to be heavy, but you need 2. So it can be anything at all, because we're going to be doing a front raise and a lat raise. So I want those weights to be, you're able to move them. Hi Jeanette, hello. So 2 weights, but not like, I'm talking not heavy. We don't want to be going like 4 or 5Ks. Just nice weights that you're able to lift forwards and you're able to lift to the side. So a front raise and a lateral raise. And they're the 2 that's the only exercise we're going to use weights for today. And then if you do have a resistant band, we can use that within our glute work. But again, as always, you don't have to have it. And it's the same with the weighted exercise today. You don't have to have weights. Tins of beans, absolutely fine. Makes no difference. Okay? So we can do that, and then you can build up on that if you get some weights or anything in the future. So we'll just give it a little bit more time, let people log in. Make sure I've got my water. So the chat afterwards today is going to be about stiff back. So if you've got a stiff back, which I think the majority of the population have, because like I was just sat forwards like this, we need to be, our posture isn't great at the minute. We're sitting at desks, we're sitting, or not desks, we're sitting at kitchen tables without those proper chairs in the office and things like that, and we're trying to work, or we're looking after toddlers, looking after babies, picking them up constantly. I created an assault course in there out of my sofas, so I've just been lugging a 2.5-year-old around, so my back is already feeling very stiff, and so we just need to stretch it out. Even if we're picking up correctly, we are putting a lot of pressure on them. So a little bit of a chat about the causes of it and where else it can create pain, but then mainly just showing you a couple of stretches just to help you through. So if you do have something called a foam roller, so one of these, I would say go and grab it. If you don't have one, don't worry. It's just an advantage to have one. This is quite a nice one, it's my partner's, but it's got like a hard cylinder inside. But you can just purely get one. I've got one down in the garage. It's just purely foam, and they're not very much at all to get hold of. But it means that you can stretch out areas without having to go and see a masseuse, which at the moment we can't. So there are those options. So I'll just show you how to use it for your back, and probably for other areas, because other injuries can cause problems in our back. So we are nearly at 5 past, so we better get going. So if you're on, drop me a hello. Don't worry if you don't want to. 2 weights, and we'll get going. Try and make it a bit of a sweaty one today. So I am inside again because my Wi-Fi outside, I tried it the other day and it's just not quite there to be able to broadcast. But if you are outside, if you have got a garden, try and get outside to do this workout. You will feel way better, getting the endorphins, vitamin D and fresh air all in one hit, with a little bit of me time. Get outside. That's where we would have been doing these sessions normally, if we were still doing our Babi Actif sessions. So try and get outside for these as much as you can. yeah, so we're going to get going, if that's all right. Make sure that, obviously, this is a 6-month plus class, so make sure that it is suitable for you and your point of recovery. And also, if you are getting any pains or any twinges that aren't down to like muscle fatigue or using your muscles, then I want you to stop and just take note, really be aware of your body, of what's happening. And again, any pelvic pain or joint pain, we don't want that within these sessions. I can't see you or help you with that at the moment, which is really hard, but you need to be so much more aware of your body than you normally would be. And as always, any pelvic pulling or pelvic heaviness in any of the exercises, please stop. And if you can get in touch with your GP about that, that would be fantastic. Okay, we're going to get on with our warm-up. So as always, get music on in your house or your garden, wherever you are. Just move that out of the way. And then we're going to start with a nice marching on the spot. So off we go. Let's get marching. Nice marching on the spot. Feel lost, I've forgotten to put my watch on. It's charging in there. I'm not going to see what my heart rate is doing today, which is my normal tracker of how hard we're working. Okay, so another 20 seconds, get those knees up. Hopefully you can see me okay. It is another bright day with that side light on me. Just going to put the other light on. Keep marching. It should help. Keep going. That's a little bit better. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're getting down into the light squats. Get those arms involved. Make sure you're leading, so pushing those knees out. Don't let them collapse in. Breathe out as you come up. Well done. 15 more seconds. Nice warm up. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to go into light lunges. So I want you to step back into the lunge, and we're going down just where it's comfortable, okay? So we're not going too low. Make sure you don't lose your balance. Just keeping it nice and steady. Shoulders back, chin up, chest forward. Try not to grip the floor with your toes. And swap over. So you do need a little bit of space today, because we're going to do something where we do a reverse lunge like this, but then go into a curtsy lunge. So you need enough space of a yoga mat, really. Make sure you've got that nice safe space around you. Okay, back to centre. We're going to do our wrist rotations now. So round and round, just one direction, and then we're going the other way as well. Lovely, right, big arm rotations now. Soft knees, round we go. And then the other way. Backwards. That's it. Okay, then we can do some side steps. So just go down into a very light squat, so just a light bend, step together and across. Some nice side steps, warming up. Make sure those glutes are ready to go. Back to centre. We're going to do lifts to the side, so I want you to abduct that leg, make sure this leg's got a slight bend in it. Out to the side, keeping this torso nice and straight. And swap over. Keep your hands on your tummy. You can feel that you're nice and steady, engaging that core as you go. Hands on shoulder, just keeps my shoulders nice and straight. One more. Lovely. Okay, let's do our stretches. So, interlock those fingers, pushing those arms forwards, and face this way so I'm not being blinded by that sunlight. And then we're going to go straight into, so soft knees always, not bending into it, but just soft knees. Up high, so reaching all the way up. And then I want you to go over to the side slightly. Remember, we're not going with our hips, we're not doing this. Just our shoulders are moving, so our torso over to the side. Back to centre and over to the other side. Oh, that feels nice. I'm looking forward to doing the back stretches at the end. Okay, now behind, interlock those hands, pull them back, lift that chest, lift that chin. Hold it there, some nice deep breaths. Okay, we're just going to do our legs, so really, really quick. Step back as if you're going into a lunge, but keep that back leg nice and straight, okay? And just stretch out that calf for me. Hips nice and neutral, shoulders down, nice and relaxed everywhere else, just in those calves, pushing down. Lovely, and stop over. Okay, so the last few weeks we've been building up a little bit, we've been doing different exercises, so this week we're going to start combining a couple of exercises to get that heart rate up a little bit more this week. So the first exercise we're going to do is a reverse lunge into a curtsy lunge, so I'll demo that in a second. Just going to do our hamstrings really quick, so we'll do our heel down, toes up, push your pelvis back. Now this other leg has got a bend in it, this one is nice and straight. Hands on your thigh just to feel that stretch down the back of your leg. Make sure you're not arching your back like this. Nice flat back for me. Lovely. And swap over. Excellent. Okay, give those legs a shake out. We get going. Just need a quick drink. Lovely. Right. First exercise. Obviously, this is the 6 months plus class, so if you feel that these exercises are just a bit too easy for you, if you are 12 months, 18 months down the line and you've been going to the gym and your strength is there, then add weights to some of these exercises, okay? So when we're doing the reverse lunge and curtsy, if you are holding weights under your chin, that's absolutely fine, but give it a go without it first and see how you get on. And if you want to increase it, okay? But what is the main thing with these exercises is your form is correct. Rather than going at the pace, it's not the reps, it's not the weights, it's your form, okay? Because if you're upping those weights and you're upping those reps, but your form isn't correct, then that's where you're going to cause damage, okay? We don't want that. We want you to get that form correct, and we want you to be working and getting stronger each week and getting those endorphins, hopefully vitamin D and fresh air as well if you can. The first one we do, and just step forward, hopefully we have to see all this. We're going to go into a reverse lunge, and then we're going to come back up and into a curtsy. Back up. We're going to just stay on that one leg, and back to centre, and across, okay? Hands on hips if that's more comfortable for you. Just going to stay on that one side, and then we're going to swap sides halfway through. So it's going to be 20 seconds on each side. Okay, so we're going to go in. Where are we at? Let's get my timer up. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So step back into that lunge, back to centre, into curtsy. Lovely. Just keep it going. Keep that core engaged so you're not wobbling all over the place. If you are, reduce the amount you step back, okay, and the amount you step to the side. Okay, let's go into the other side. Step back, together, curtsy. Lovely. Making sure that front knee isn't going over your toes. Just keeping it steady, core engaged. Nice gentle breath. Breathing out as you come back up. Whew, feeling that one already. Come on, okay. We're doing a squat with a side reach now. So again, if you've got light weights and you want to increase it, please do. It's completely up to you, but just do it safely. So we're going to go nice and wide, toes pointing out. You can hear I'm out of breath already with this one. We're going to go squat down, and then as we come up from this point, we reach. So it's one movement, okay? Then we go down, from here, reach. Okay, you can go over to the side. So everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Point those toes out, make sure those knees aren't collapsing in. One smooth movement. Good, just over to the side. Pointing those fingers up. Good work everyone, keep it going. Keep going, you're over halfway on this one. Good pace. Breathing out as you come up. That's it, well done. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back to centre. Get that breath back and pick up those weights. So So I wish I'd gone and got the lighter weights that are sat in my car at the moment. But I'm going to have to do it with these. So go for lighter weights today if you've got them. Tins of beans are perfect for this one. And we're going to go into a front raise. So 3, 2, 1. Soft knees, nice neutral hips, and we're going to breathe out. Back down and out to the side. Okay? 30 seconds to go. Make sure that front raise isn't coming any higher than your eye line. And those lat raises, those side raises are just coming to the height of your shoulders. 10 more seconds. Make sure that back isn't taking it. So if it is, drop away. You want that back, that spine nice and straight, nice and neutral, okay? And stop there, okay? Weights down. We're on the floor for this one, okay? So working that active core. We're going to go down onto the floor. We want a 4-point kneeling position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're going to go opposite arm, opposite leg. Now, if this is too much, okay, I'm just going to restart the timer. If this is too much, if you're finding that you're wobbling all over the place, I want you to regress it. We need to build up bit by bit, don't we? So I want you to just do the arm raises. So do arm raise, leg raise, okay? Now, that is the regression. For everyone else who's feeling that little bit stronger and wants to push this one, we do opposite arm, opposite leg. So we breathe in and then we breathe out. And then back down to neutral, okay? Now, if you find that you can do that without any wobble at all, you do the same thing and come to a touch. Now that hand to knee, what I don't want you doing is this, crunching in, curving that back to try and get to it. You need to stay stable and bring that hand to knee without putting any pressure on that back, okay? So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Choose what is right for you. Breathing out as you come back together. Nice and steady. Just straight as you go out. And if you're finding it that you're getting to that point and that's enough, just bring it back in from there. Nearly there, then we get a nice 40-second rest. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Come up from that nice and gently. Have a nice drink, get some water on, and then we're going to do the round again. Lovely. Okay, so next round, same thing, but I'm going to have there's going to be less breaks because I'm not going to be explaining it as much. So I want you to be doing those reverse lunges into curtsy, nice and smooth. If you're finding them too much, okay, then I want you to drop the curtsy, just do the reverse lunge. And if you're finding reverse lunge too much, then I've shown you this one before, where you just go, you don't step as far back and you dip down, okay? So off we go, stay on that one leg. Back to centre, just tap that toe, over to curtsy. Into that reverse lunge, into that curtsy. See? Talking and trying to teach. Last one on this side, and swap over. So reverse lunge, to centre, to curtsy. Well done. Anything doesn't feel right, go to the regression, okay? Reduce what you're doing, go to the regression. Brilliant. Okay, so next one, we're doing a squat with side reach. So this is the one that I want that heart rate up, okay? So we need to be really pushing this one. If you get any pelvic heaviness or pulling on this one, do not go as far and slow it down and see if that helps at all. And if it doesn't, then I want you to come out of this exercise completely. Off we go. Squat down, reach up. Squat down, reach up. You can see it's one movement. Brilliant. Keep going. Keep moving. come on, this is the hard sweaty one, okay? Getting that heart rate up. The other ones are about that core strength and the upper body strength. So let's keep going. Make sure you're really extending those arms around, really coming around. Good work, that's it. One more. Well done. Okay, felt that one? That felt really good, so let's keep going with it. We're going to do front raise and lat raise now. So again, if your weights are too heavy, if you've got heavy weights there, try and find something like tins of beans. If not, put one weight down and just do double arm, okay? And then single, single. Off we go. Bring it up and to the side. Make sure you're not overextending. That's it. So if they're getting too heavy, go down to one. And then we lat raise and we lat raise. Okay, so if that's the case, that's what you need to be doing. My weights are warm because they're sat in the sunshine. That's it, make sure that back isn't taking over. And stop there. Well done everyone, that's a tough one, okay? Combining the two together is not easy, it's a good pulse raiser. Down on the floor for that bird dog. So you know where you're at with this one now from last set. You know whether you're doing a full with an advancement of a touch or that you're regressing it back down and just doing individual limbs. Off we go. The breath is important with these. You breathe out as you pull those limbs back together. That's it, keep going. Good work, come on, nearly there. Then you get a nice rest. 5, 4, 3, last one. Good. Okay, get that rest in now. You've got just over 30 seconds more rest. Get water on board as always. I definitely don't drink enough water in these sessions. You need to make sure you're drinking, okay? We'll have a chat about hydration 1 week, but I want you to make sure you're getting that water on, especially as it's getting warmer. And if you're outside, you might be fooled that there's a bit of a chill in the air. You're still sweating, okay? You still need to drink that water. 10 seconds. So, we're doing those reverse lunges or those side lunges. You can regress this by going just to lunge or just to that half. Off we go. Face this way so I'm not blinded by the sunshine. Back into the lunge. Back to centre, over to curtsy, back into the lunge, back to centre, over to curtsy. Okay, just keep going. This is our last round. Make sure those shoulders are facing forwards and swap sides. That's it. Keep going. Nearly there now, come on, nearly there. One more curtsy. Lovely, well done, good effort. Right, squats with that side reach. So you know what I'm going to say, let's get that heart rate up. I want those toes facing out. We're going into pretty much a sumo with this one. So toes facing out, and I want you to push those knees out. So as you go down, push those knees out, push that bum back. Off we go. One movement. All the way from the base of the squat, that arm moves straight away. You should be feeling it in your obliques as well, down the side of your torso. Breathing out. Make sure that squat is staying on form. Come on, 15 seconds. Slow it down or pick it up, depending on how you're feeling, okay? You don't have to go at my pace. Well done. Okay, 20 seconds, and we're going into that front raise and that lat raise again. Get those weights. Okay. Feeling this on with these weights today. In 5 seconds, we're going to go again. 2 And one. Soft knees, neutral hips, neutral spine. Engage that core, breathe out. Good, and again, engage, breathe out. Just keep repeating that pattern. Engage, breathe out. Engage that core, breathe out. Make sure you're not overextending. Lovely. Slight bend in the elbows. Don't lock them out fully, just a slight bend. Nearly there, come on, 8 seconds. Engage that core, you'll need it at this point. 3, 2, one more that raise. Well done. Okay, we're going into bird dog. This is our last one of these exercises and we're going to be going on to the glutes. So down onto all fours. Make sure you're in that nice 4-point kneeling, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Exhale as you extend. And back. And breathe in again. Our active breath I talked about last week. Good. And again, keep going. That's it. 5 seconds. One more. Lovely. Well done everyone. Okay, we're going to go on to our glutes now. So we're going to do donkey kicks and toe taps today. So what I want you to do is, again, we're in that 4-point. So if the floor's a little bit hard, fold your mat over, make sure those knees are nice and comfortable. If you do have a resistant band, then put one on. So I'm going to put mine on. We're going to have it on above our knees if you've got one. If you haven't, it doesn't matter. You can still do these exercises, okay? So you still can do these exercises, no problem whatsoever. So I'm going to turn the other way, so I'm not being blinded by that sunshine. Oh dear. Off we go. Right then. We are doing standard donkey kicks. We're not going to be adding any pulses, anything in today. We're just going to do standard, okay? So if your wrists are hurting at all in this position that's so common in postnatal, then I want you to go into, if you go onto your fists in this position, okay? And if it is too much, then you can do squats instead on this exercise if it is too much on your wrist. That's why I haven't added anything else in with wrist today. Alright, we're going to go into normal donkey kicks in 3, 2, 1, off we go. One leg, kicking back, keeping that foot nice and flat. Make sure we're not rocking over. Keep it nice and steady. 30 more seconds on this leg. Just nice and standard donkey kicks today, that's it. Just go into your reach though, okay? I just want you to really push to that extension of your reach, all the way, push it all the way. You can see I'm not going fast, I'm controlled. If I pick up the pace, I'm going to rock over. We don't want that to happen. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Swap sides. Off we go. Okay, again, flat foot. Might find it easier on one side than the other. Really concentrating on keeping those hips totally steady. We're not rocking over onto the other leg. Nice and central. You'll need to engage your core. Nice and steady. Controlled breathing. Breathe out as you extend. Nearly there. 15 more seconds on this one. My foot's not flat. Get that foot flat. 10 seconds. Makes such a difference with a flat foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay. We're now going to go into a glute exercise called toe taps. So again, we're in the same position. Leave your band on if you have one. The 4-point kneeling, Then I want you to straighten one leg out. And straighten the nearest to you guys. And my toes, you can see, yep, perfect, you can. My toes are on the floor. And I'm going to lift from there, up in a straight line, nice straight extension. And off we go. So again, we're going to do 50 seconds on this side. You'll feel it in your other glute as well. So we're doing some nice glute isolation today. Okay, keeping that leg. You'll be feeling these after those donkey kicks. Extend it as far as you can. 30 seconds. Okay, slow and controlled. That's what we want. We don't want to be doing this up and down. Okay, you want to be going slow and controlled. 15 seconds on this side. You've just got the other side to do. And that's all our exercise done for today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay. And swap over. Last 50 seconds. Off we go straight away. That's it. So you can see straight away that this side goes a lot higher for me. That's it. 30 seconds. Keeping everything nice and straight. Make sure your weight hasn't moved forwards. That's it. All the way to the end. 15 seconds. You can do this. 10. All the way to the end, ladies. All the way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Well done. Pretty warm now. Right, then let's get into our stretching. So if you've got a band off, I want you to slide that band off. Don't need that on now. And do some nice stretching. So open those knees up. Get those glutes down onto those heels. And then just walk your hands slowly forwards, lowering your back down, keeping those glutes on those heels. Stay in that stretch for me. Stay in there. Lovely. Okay. We'll go from there, up onto the knees, rebalance, and we're going to lift one hand up to the sky, up to the ceiling, and then we're going to thread this hand underneath the other arm. Okay, come back to centre, and the other way, other arm, all the way back 3. Lovely. Okay, back to centre, come back to seated. I want to put our feet together. We're going to pull them in as close as we can. Just make sure you're nice and steady on those glutes. Drop those knees, shoulders back. Brilliant. Just keeping it there. Make sure we're not arching that back. Okay, 1 foot forwards, reach down to your toes. And as always, don't arch that back. If you can't reach, use your resistor band, loop it over your toes if you can't quite reach. Just make sure you're getting that stretch along the back of your leg, okay? Nice and relaxed. Well done everyone, that wasn't an easy session today. Let me know how you've got on, if you've done it later on as well. Okay, swap legs for me, reach down. Just making sure you're keeping that chin up. Use a resistant band or a tea towel if you've got one of those handy. Just looping it over. If you can't, keep that head up, okay? Lovely. And then both together. That's it. such a nice stretch. Okay, so we're going to do one quick glute stretch because we have worked those quite hard today. I want you to cross this leg over, bring it towards you, loop this straight leg arm, so it depends on which side you're on, around your knee, and then bring this hand to the base of your spine and look over your shoulder. Pulling this leg in as close to your chest as you can. Oh, there we go, and you can feel the stretch all up your glute, through your glute and into the side of your leg. Lovely, then come back to centre, exhale, and swap over. Lovely. And then exhale, come back to centre. Brilliant. Okay, we'll do a little bit of upper body. We're going to include these again in the back stretches anyway, but we'll do them as standard at this point. So I want you to interlock those fingers again, like we did at the beginning. Push forwards for me. Really stretch out those shoulder blades. Okay, then go from there, up to centre, up above, and then over to the side. Brilliant. Back to centre to the other side. Back to centre, behind our backs. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift that chest up, pushing forwards. Brilliant. Oh, it's such a nice stretch, this one. Okay, and release. Just roll those shoulders back and roll them forwards. Okay, so we're going to do our pelvic floor. We're going to do standing pelvic floor today. So I want everyone up on their feet. Get some water before we start on this one. Okay, so we're going to do squat pelvic floor. Now with this one, we're not going to do our arms today, so we can keep our arms down low. You get nice and down low, and we're going to squat down. Hi Jess, you okay? Joined in just in time for pelvic floor. We are going to go down into a light squat, so we're not going very low at all. Now remember what I said about these, that we breathe in and then we breathe out when we're doing that lifting action. So last week, I'm pretty sure we talked about picking up diamonds. So I want you to use that analogy again as we pick up the pelvic floor. So we squeeze, squeeze, and then we lift all the way to our pubic bone, okay? And I just want you to think about that, really think about it as you're doing it. Control the other muscles, don't let the glutes get involved or the quads. We're just using that small pelvic floor muscle, okay? So it's very little movement. I'm going to go to the side so you can see. I'll go that way because otherwise I'm going to get sun in my eyes again. So just nice kind of hip width apart, doesn't have to be very far apart at all. And we just push back so you can see I'm not going very far. Breathe in and then breathe out and pick up, pull towards your pubic bone, okay? Now your hands can be here or they can be here. If you want it to be slightly more difficult, then raising your arms up will make it work harder, okay? So just stay in that position, and then I want you to release slowly, really slow as you breathe in, come up. Now what's really important is you are not doing a push down, okay? I don't want you to be pushing that pelvic floor down at any point. So we'll go again with that one. Nice deep breath in, down into the squat, very light squat, and then I want you to pick up, so breathe out, pick up towards your pubic bone, holding it there. As you're breathing out, and then release really slowly as you come up and as you breathe in. Lovely. So that's really key, that slow release. It's like a release as you go, really slowly, and then you're done there. Okay? We'll go again with this one. So we're at 22, perfect. I want you to take a nice deep breath in, down into the light squat. And then I want you to breathe out, pick up towards your pubic bone, holding it there, breathing out, holding that pelvic floor, not letting the glutes get involved. That's why this position is great, okay? Because you can hardly squeeze your glutes or your quads when you're down like this. Lovely, okay? And then I want you to release, release, release as you come up. We can do 2 more of those and then we're going to leave pelvic floor there for today. So nice deep breath in as you go down. And then I want you to breathe out, release, pick up, all the way in. It's very easy to mix words up doing these. Towards that pubic bone. And then I want you to breathe in and release, release. Okay, so it's a lot easier to release slower if you're coming out of the squat slower as well. One more. Deep breath in. Down into the light squat. And then I want you to breathe out, pick up, hold it there, pulling towards your pubic bone, all the way in, all the way in. And then release slowly as you come up. Well done. So make sure you're fully released there. Okay, so that's the main exercises done for today. We're now going to talk about stretching our back out. So I'm just going to sit down for a second and I can have a drink as well. So, as parents, we get a backache quite easily. If we are not stretching it or if we're using it too much, we end up getting backache. So, that is because all the vertebrae, they're very, very delicate. So I'm not going to go into the science of it today. You don't need to know that really. You just need to know that if you are getting back pain, of how to try and help it. Now, back pain can cause issues elsewhere. So if you've got tight upper back muscles, then it's going to go into your neck. It's going to potentially give you headaches. It's going to come into your shoulders. Everything is going to get quite tight, isn't it? It's going to get quite uncomfortable. And the same with mid and the same with low. The lower you go, a lot of the time it will transfer and you'll end up with hip pain or pain in your knees or anything like that. So you might be thinking, oh, I've got these painful knees and I'm not sure, but then your back is also hurting. You're thinking, well, what's causing it? So a lot of time you have to eliminate what's going on, and being a parent puts a heck of a lot of strain on our bodies. A lot of strain, be it a newborn, be it a toddler, be it a little bit older, it puts a lot of strain on our bodies. So we need to look after them, which is why doing these sessions are great. But one thing that I would say is very helpful at the moment, we can't go and see sports masseuses or physios or just general masseuses to try and loosen our tight backs. So what is quite helpful is a foam roller, which is what I said about at the beginning. This is the bright orange one we've got in our house. We have got a much more subtle white one that is just foam. And one of these is fantastic for putting pressure on areas that are tight. A lot of people can find that they've got backache because they've got tight glutes. So I find that if my glutes are tight, that my lower back will play up a lot more, combined with picking up a toddler. Now, if you were finding that, then rolling on that muscle. And if you haven't got anything like this, then a nice soft ball would help, something like that. But make sure you're balanced. That's the only thing with those. You need to make sure you're nice and balanced. They can help quite a lot. Or a lot of people say, oh, what about a tennis ball? A tennis ball is very hard and it's very particular. Like, it has a very small surface area, so it will definitely penetrate certain points that are sore. So it can be good. I used to use it a lot when I was training fully, especially on what's called your piriformis and your ITB, because they can get very, very tight. Tennis ball is great for on your piriformis. But what we want to do is general rolling or general stretching. So we do general back stretching in our sessions anyway. But what we're going to do today, I'm just going to run through the ones that we normally do that are great for your back, and then I'm going to show you how to use the roller. You can use it on the floor or you can use it against a wall. It's the same concept against a wall as it is on the floor. If you put it against the wall and roll on it, that was, sorry, the light's going a bit funny, that will help with your back. But putting the actual weight on it will help a lot more than just against the wall. We want that gravity on it as well. So we'll go down on the floor, and I will show you, we're going to do threading a needle that we do normally anyway. So there's a child's pose one, into threading the needle. Then we do the nice chest opener that we also do, and also the normal upper body stretches, because that upper back gets quite tight. But lower back is normally, lower and mid are normally the ones that are a bit harder to stretch out, which is why getting the roller involved and going through down to your glutes will really help. Okay, and if you haven't got a roller, then try and use something to substitute it, like one of the kids' footballs or something like that. But just make sure you're balanced on it. Maybe let some of the air out so that it's not as there's not as much pressure in it, and you're not going to fall off it. Okay, that's a good thing with these, is you're not going to go either side with them. You can pick them up for very cheap if you need one. So first thing we're going to do is, you can use the roller for some of these exercises as well. But I'll show you the first one. So we've just done them, nice and easy, opening up those knees. Now I always say glutes onto your heels, and then you walk yourself forward, because otherwise you do this. And then your bum's up, and there's no actual stretch going on. So you want those glutes on your heels, pushing down, and just relaxing down into the floor. Nice stretches. So you've done that one already today. And then we go up into all fours, and again I'm just going to run through these quickly because you have done them already. We reach up high and we thread that needle. Now you can use the roller to help you with this one. So you come through, you put your hand on the roller and you roll it out, and then that way you're not going down to the floor, and that will give you a much deeper stretch in that back. Okay, and then you come back up, rolling it back up to the other side, keeping it there. Open up that chest, all the way up, and then threading that needle through. And again, if that roller's there, if you've got one, or a ball, you can then roll it through. But you can see this arm here isn't going down to the floor, and that gives you a much deeper stretch, much deeper than it would if you were down on the floor. Okay, bring yourself back up. Then come to a nice comfortable seated position or standing, whichever one you feel is appropriate for you. And it's the same stretch as we do at the end. So we stretch forwards into the nice back opener, upper back opener. And then we move forward into, so you want to be holding these for like 10 to 15 seconds, but I'm just going to go through them quite quickly because time's precious for you guys, isn't it? Hands up, over to the side, over to the side, and then back to the centre and over to the other side. Lovely. So there is a lot of stretches out there that are beneficial, but I'm just trying to give you the ones that you're going to remember, that are easy to remember, easy to use in your day-to-day. You haven't got to be in certain positions where you may end up having a child crawl on you and it not be easy to get out of. So just some nice easy ones that are easy to remember, easy to do and accessible. So the other one, which isn't actually stretching our chest, but isn't actually stretching our back, but is stretching our chest, and is really important because in the position, which is why we do it all the time, because you guys will be over in this position quite a lot with babies, feeding, on your phone, sat on the sofa, just general stuff. You can see I'm sat like it now, okay? You need to be much more in a better posture. But what I want you to do is we need to open this chest. So if we're sat like this, these muscles here will get very tight and they will get smaller. We want to extend them. So bringing those arms back and stretching them out, really stretching them out. We don't want them to weaken, do we? We need to use them. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then you release. So again, a much longer stretch than what I'm showing today. Now, a nice roller. I'm very tight in my back, so this may cause a few funny faces. You can easily just go back onto it, okay? Make sure you're not arching that back too much. Elbows down, and you just roll. So you can see I'm using my lower back, okay? Now if I get this out with the toddler in a second, it won't be good. But you're rolling it back and forth on your problem area, okay? But don't just focus on a problem area. You want to be working the whole of your back if you are having any backache, and down and through into your glutes, okay? People forget that everything is connected, but it is. So you walk down, move it down into your glutes, and move off screen now. You move back this way. The good thing is you can separate it. So you can go into your glutes, go back onto the roller. It's not elegant at all, rolling. Rolling it back and forth. See, straight onto those glutes. Now, the glutes are quite dominant. See, I told you I'd get stuck. the glutes are quite a dominant muscle, so you want to be trying to do one leg at a time, one side at a time. Okay, so you're going over onto the one side, and then you swap, lift the other leg, and over onto the other side. Make sure you get that whole glute area. I advise not to do it on a tiled floor in case you do slip. You need to be doing it on something where it's a soft landing. And then just walking it back up through your spine, lowering yourself down, and you can go all the way to the top of your back. I'm concentrating on my lower back a lot, but you can go all the way to the top. You can also put it down the centre. So I'm just going to come off the roller as unelegantly as possible. And you can put it down the centre of your back and go side to side that way. Okay, that's quite a nice one, but you just need to make sure you're balanced and that you can do it. And again, the upper back into your neck. So even just on your neck like that. A nice pressure, holding it and rolling, okay? And into your shoulders, just rolling from there, okay? So, and down the side of your back, so if you've got a certain pain down the side, you go onto your side and you can roll back and forth. I'm not showing you fully because it's hard to talk and do them at the same time. But those types of movements, there's lots and lots there that if you have got a troubled area, that you can do it. And if you're finding it hard on the floor, go onto a wall, put that against the wall and roll it up and down with your body weight. And that can be a really nice way of just getting some light niggles out and just help you kind of stretch that back. And then once you have rolled, what is really important is then to make sure you're stretching. So you need to get rid of any of those toxins that you've rolled out, onto your knees, just walking yourself forwards. Again, that nice stretch. And already, even though I hardly did anything then, that feels so much better. I hardly did anything correctly because I was all over the place on that roller. You can already get lower. So a really nice way of just sorting out that stiff back. Right, that's where I'm going to leave it today. If you have any questions about stretching or anything like that, you can give me a shout. Or any questions about any of the exercises, give me a shout. Otherwise, I'll be back on Monday with the 6 weeks to 6 months postnatal fitness, and on Wednesday with the 6 months plus postnatal fitness. And Natasha is on Friday with 6 months plus Pilates as well. So that's a good one to get stretching with as well. Okay, lovely. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you all next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.